there, this is Leah from Mommyish, and I had a tutorial requested on how to use the styles from Just Jaimee and Mommyish's Year in Review. Um, and I'm so bad, I just assume I'm like, everyone knows how amazing styles are, but for those of you who don't, now I get to show you. So I was just working on this layout. It's a picture of my sister and I. This is me, and this is my Sarah. And I've gone very simple. Anyway, basically, in Photoshop Elements or CS, you will load up your styles by going to, you can just go to the open, Oh, y'all are going to see some sneakies. Maybe not. At least for Photoshop, you would just see that and you can just double click. I have a tutorial for earlier versions. In Photoshop Elements, it's a little different, but I have a tutorial listed below on how to load styles. But basically, you'll see in your little layer effects or styles, here are all of the styles. Look at all of them. Yay! Well, what do? Well, a style is a layer effect that changes the appearance of the layer. So, for example, we have these hearts up here, and we have these styles. So these are just plain paper styles, right? So that just kind of changes the color to a craft type paper. I'm going to zoom in really close so you can see. You can see how there's a little bit of texture. Let me do 100% so it's a little more. There we go. Or Jaimee also made these really cool glitter styles, which I think is what we're going to use. So they're in different colors. See how you just click on it and it just changes the look of the layer. So this was one of the stamp freebies. I'm going to go with the pink. Everything on here is something that we've given you or will be giving you. So yay for free things. Anyway, so we just used the glitter style on the stamp layer, and it makes a plain element. Remember, this is what it looked like before, into something totally different, like that. Neat, right? Like just one click and we totally changed the look. The next thing I have here is a title, Sisters. Totally have that White Christmas song in my head. If you don't know what I mean, good for you. Anyway, I could very easily click the layer style to change the appearance into like a paper. Or I have these kind of jelly styles that I like. And I actually offered them with and without shadow, see? So that makes it look like a little jelly type alpha just with one click. So I'm going to go with that with the blue. Or actually, no, I'm going to go with an epoxy. Now, you'll notice here that it looks a little too like bubbly. Does that make sense? Like the bevel's too big. There's two ways we can fix this. The first is if you're in Photoshop full version, you double click on your layer, go to bevel and emboss, and what you're going to do is you're just going to change the size. It's at 75, and you just change it and see how it changes how the bevel looks there. Now, if you don't have access to that, because in Photoshop Elements you don't, what you're going to do is you're going to take your title and you're just going to increase the size of it until the bevel looks right to you, like that. Come on, Photoshop, play nice. Then what you'll do is you'll rasterize your layer style or simplify and then scale it back down, just like that. So there you go. That's two ways of doing it. One way for Photoshop CS and one way for Photoshop Elements. So that's it. And then I would just add a drop shadow right to the layer, and I have a lot of layer styles, as you can see, because you know me, I love styles. I'm like, yay, styles are everything. All right, so there, we have a style on it, or a drop shadow style, I should say. All right, so now let's do something new. I want to add an arrow pointing down just as another kind of function. We have an arrow element that was a word art. So I'm going to go to this word art set here, and I'm not going to pay attention so much to the sticker effect of it. Like, I don't care what's here. I want to turn it into something else. So I'm just going to copy this image and paste it into here. I want the arrow to be pointing down like that. And I'm going to move it like kind of like that. or maybe like that. We'll see. Just like that. I just want the shape of it. And now I'm going to apply one of the jelly styles to it. And you see it's kind of transparent. I like that. And I'm going to resize it a little bit, like that. Come on. Here we go. I'm like, play nicely with me, Photoshop. Be good. So there. I just wanted to add another little element. So I just applied the style. So now instead of that layer being that sticker, which again, you can see the sticker, that's what it was, I'm turning it into the little, a jelly element, which is like totally different. But because we have it matching, it like matches and it's great. Where do you guys think it should be? Like right there? Yeah, right there. Okay. So, so now we've used the jelly style. We've used one of the glitter styles. We've used one of the epoxy styles. Down here, let's say if I don't want the sticker to have that effect, but I would rather add like a paper overlay to it, I could use the cardstock style like that, see? And just totally, I could make it glitter. I could make it jelly. I could make it the epoxy, whatever. See how it takes a layer and it adds a totally new effect to it. Now, if you don't like the effect, you can always clear the style off and it turns right back into what it originally was. So that's how this is how I use styles. I really just play around a lot and until I get an effect that I like the way it looks. And if I have a second guess, like I said, styles, they're just like one click that I could change the way it looks. Just one little click and I could be like, nope, I think I want it pink, or no, maybe orange or green. You know, like it can be whatever I want it to be. So we go from bland to bam. Anyway, I hope this is somewhat helpful. Remember, you can use styles in Photoshop, full Creative Suite, or Photoshop Elements. Again, below is a link on how to load styles in Photoshop Elements if you have one of the older versions. And that's it. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.